A lot of discussion at this time of year, particularly in the wake of Justin Holbrook's sacking at the Gold Coast Titans, that there are a few big-name players suddenly up for grabs come November 1, and even at this point right now, and that includes David Fifita and Tino Malawi, with a clause in their contract triggered by the sacking of the coach. News Corp reporting over the weekend that perhaps the Bulldogs are not only interested in both those players, particularly Tino Malawi, but also interested in giving him a stake in a pub owned by the club's boss, Arthur Laundy. Gus?
Yeah.
How do we get a deal like that?
Yeah, great. How do you get a steak in a pub? You go and order it at the bistro. There's steaks in every pub. Yeah.
Can we have both types?
Yeah, so Arthur Laundy, who is the major sponsor of the Bulldogs, called me this morning extremely upset with the article in the paper and its insinuations. I believe he's taken it up with the author of those accusations. It's totally untrue. I've never spoken to Tino. I've never met Tino. I wouldn't know who managed Tino. It's never been discussed within our club. As for the idea of Arthur Laundy helping players with investments, he helps AFL players, he helps rugby players, he helps all sporting organisations. He's got professional golfers that he's got invested in hotels. He looks after friends and relatives and all sorts of things. Someone has added 2 and 2 together and got 5. I do know that 18 months ago, his son Craig came to me with a proposal because he had read that the Melbourne Storm chairman, Matt Tripp, was offering potential players or players he was trying to retain an opportunity to invest in his corporate bookmaking, his new corporate bookmaking venture, which can be very, very lucrative. And he said, I wonder if that's approved. And apparently it had been approved by the NRL. So he made representation 18 months ago to Andrew Abdo. Well, if we got players to invest in hotels, is that the same sort of thing? To which Andrew Abdo said, oh, we'll try it with the salary cap order and see what he thinks. But no one's ever been to the salary cap order. We've never ever done it. We've never had a player do it. We've got no players in our club that are investing in Laundy hotels, nor has there ever been any suggestion that they will. This article has just come out of left field. Someone's added 2 and 2 together and got 5. Again, along the lines of trying to destabilise our club, which has been a pretty common theme right throughout this season. And in fact, ever since I joined the club, it's just a continuing childish thing that they do. But that's life in the rugby league world. I feel sorry that people like Arthur Laundy get drawn into this. He's very, very upset with the article. I've spoken to him again this evening, and we'll just have to move on from it. But Tino Malawi is not coming to the Bulldogs, and we have not offered him a contract, and certainly no one's getting a share of a pub.
Bang, bang.
So where's this come from, do you think, then? Do you think it's been the 4 years, it's 4 years, 4 million that was reported, right?
Didn't I just answer that?
No, I understand.
Didn't I just answer that?
Yeah, I understand, but...
It's made up.
Okay.
It's made up. Someone's made it up.
So it's been made up to just destabilise the Bulldogs?
100%.
Because you run the Bulldogs?
100%.
Okay.
100%. Do you want any other reason?
No,
you do it yourself.
No.
You do it yourself. You do it yourself. You do it to destabilise me all the time.
Gal,
You've done it a number of times.
Get the popcorn, Gal.
You've been that wrong that many times. It's not funny. Yeah.
Here we go. What have I done?
Come on, young whippersnapper.
What have I done?
Plenty of times.
What?
You want me to list them for you?
Let's go.
Yeah, plenty of times. Plenty of times. Plenty of times.
Tell me, I'm ready.
I couldn't be bothered. You're not worth it. You're not worth it.
Here we go. I'm happy.
What do I care?
I'm ready to go.
What do I care?
What have I done?
What do I care?
Central.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, each way bet, man. What are you talking about?
Do you think there's something to it, Michael?
No, well, he just sat there and denied.
Yeah.
I don't think I never said there was anything in it. I'm just wondering, I want Gus's thoughts on it all, and I was intrigued by those comments.
I would assume the third-party ramifications, Gal. I mean, you've had a few third-party deals in your time too.
Have I?
Well, paper bag deals too.
None of them.
It's like here in the Melbourne Storm one. I don't remember that actually.
I don't remember it happening here in the Melbourne. It was the first thing I thought of, and when I was coming in tonight off air, I said to Gus, I said, clubs can't be involved in organising third parties for players. I imagine this would be a third party. Obviously, I'd say that if it was to happen, and it's not true, as we said, Tino would have to buy into the pub.
No, I get the Melbourne Storm one because it's not a third party.
Yeah, because they're buying.
It's not a sponsorship. It's an investment. I'll give you investment.
I
I'm building a block of units. Would you like to buy a block? Would you like to buy a unit?
Yeah, but I think the issue comes with stuff like that. If the unit's worth $500,000 and you're getting it for 2,
well,
that may be the issue.
There's skullduggery, but I don't think.
And again, a share in a pub, you might get
But the
3% and only pay for one, that might be the issue. But anyway, look, it's not happening anyway, so it's not true. So
it's not true.
Yeah, well, good.
It's not true. And I feel very sorry for the Laundy family because it's not true. And it was something that was discussed randomly 18 months ago that's never been acted upon and never been mentioned since.
It would be a good, I'm thinking from a footballer's point of view, it'd be a good opportunity to be able to invest.
The author of the article rang Laundy on Friday or Saturday to talk about it, not saying he was going to write anything about it, not saying that he was going to be quoted, and to which Arthur tells me quite emphatically he denied any knowledge of any Tino recruitment, and he certainly didn't have any rugby league players investing in pubs at the moment. He's got an AFL player, he's got a former professional golfer, he's got some friends and relatives, but there are no rugby league players. He had a former NRL coach years ago, which has since been paid out of the pub, but he has no rugby league players in this. You read the article today, you would think it's a done deal. Tino's got half a pub and he's coming to the Bulldogs.
If I was Tino, I would have signed.
And Arthur Laundy did the deal.
If it was true, I'd be there tomorrow.
But how embarrassing for Arthur? How embarrassing?
I can understand from.
And how embarrassing for Tino?
Yeah.
It's just, they don't care about who they target with this. All right? It's embarrassing. Anyway, that's life in the big league. We get tough with that.